You're spending right now in this country $15,000 a year for regulations that you had no way and no involvement at all in getting passed. We've got to end it. We've absolutely got to make farmers and ranchers in our state have the opportunity to grow food. And when you've got a bureaucracy like the California Water Board or CARB, the California Air Resources Board, telling farmers they can't run a tractor anymore unless it's an electric tractor in the middle of their field, what if it goes out? What are they going to do? You have to cut back on these bureaucracies. We've got farmers that are plowing under their crops. We've got cattle that are being slaughtered in other parts of the country. I was up in Siskiyou County. They're destroying dams. They upended people's lives. The entire fishing industry in Siskiyou County is now destroyed. So you want to talk about food prices? We've got to lower food prices. We've got to lower oil and gas prices. And the way to do that is to, again, stop these bureaucracies from destroying the oil and gas industry. Nuclear energy, which is the cleanest and cheapest in our country, needs to have a comeback. It's so technologically advanced now. There's so many new innovations. It's clean, it's wonderful, it's safe. We've got to be able to have enough oil and gas because I'll tell you what, the next war, we're not going to win it if we're going to use electric vehicles to try to win the next war. Because one of the things that the enemy did in Russia to Ukraine was they destroyed the electric grids in that country. They turned the lights off in Ukraine. And there was a big problem. We have to get legislation passed. Denise Gary-Pandol for United States Senate wants to get legislation passed to protect and expand the fossil fuel industry. That will absolutely work hard night and day to make sure we have water infrastructure that's mandated in this state so that our dams are not destroyed. So we can have a rainwater capture system in this state, and it's not illegal because it's illegal for any farmer, for any rancher to have a rainwater capture system. We have got to restore water infrastructure to our state. We've got to close the border. We've got to make human trafficking not just a felony, but a serious felony punishable by death. Because nobody that sells a little girl or a little boy over and over and over again from the 6th grade should be able to live. Because that child, that little boy, that little girl is going to die very quickly because they're beaten and they're starved and they're raped. That's got to end. We've got to make crime illegal again in the state of California and across the country. And the way we can do that is getting legislation passed in Washington, D.C. to restore the rule of law, not just for California, but for our nation.